Hi viewers, you know today's topic. You are right. Indefinite pronouns. Before I start explaining what are indefinite pronouns, I would just like to share a small passage that my father had shared with me a few years ago. Here it is. There were four friends named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. It's everybody's duty to keep the surroundings clean, but everybody thought that somebody would do it. Even anybody could have done it, but finally nobody did it. This passage has four indefinite pronouns: everybody, nobody, somebody, and anybody. Before I explain what are indefinite pronouns, logically thinking, if there is something called as indefinite pronoun, there must be something else called as definite pronouns. Now, you know definite pronouns without your knowledge. That is, I, you, we, he, she, it, they, all these personal pronouns are definite pronouns. They are definite because they are referring to a definite person. I, you, he, she, it, they, all these are referring to some person who is already, or something, or some person who or which is already referred in this previous sentence or in the same sentence. That's why they are called as definite pronouns, because they are definite in nature. They are particularly pointing to someone or something. But there are few things called indefinite pronouns which do not specifically point at someone or something. They are general in nature. How? We'll just see now. As I just mentioned in the passage, there are so many indefinite pronouns. There are indefinite pronouns related to people. They are everyone, someone, anyone, no one, everybody, somebody, anybody, nobody. These eight are the indefinite pronouns which are specific to people. When it comes to things, we have everything, something, anything, nothing. These are the four indefinite pronouns which are related to things. I repeat, everything, something, anything, nothing. These are the four indefinite pronouns related to things. When it comes to places, we call them as everywhere, somewhere, anywhere, nowhere. These are the indefinite pronouns related to places. So now we have seen 16 indefinite pronouns. There are some more indefinite pronouns, but let us limit our talk, our discussion only to these. In addition to knowing all these 16 pronouns, I have received this question from some of the people: what is the difference between everybody and everyone? Similarly, somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, and nobody, no one. The difference is very simple. When you use buddy, somebody, everybody, nobody, so the different, we use this mostly in a very informal way. While we speak, we normally use somebody, nobody, everybody, and anybody. But when it comes to writing, especially formal writing, we prefer using one, that is everyone, someone, anyone, and no one. Other than this, there is no difference with respect to meaning of the words. When we use these four, every, some, any, and no, these are given specific names in English grammar. When we use every, it is called universal. It can be everyone, it can be everybody, everywhere, everything. So these are all called universal indefinite pronouns because they include everything, everyone, and everywhere. So all, it generally means all. Then the second one is called as assertive indefinite pronouns. When we use the word some, this is called assertive. Somebody, someone, something, somewhere. These are called assertive. Assertive is usually positive, that is, something is there. So we don't know who, or we don't know which, we don't know where, but some. It can be one or many, but some. We don't know who that is, what it is referring to. But it is referring to some, but not known who it is, or which one it is, or where it is. There we call it as assertive. Then the third one is called as elective. Elective indefinite pronoun. When we call elective indefinite pronoun, it is any. Any is elective. Elect means to choose. It can be anyone, anybody, anywhere, or anything. So when we use something with any, that is called as elective. As you know, the word elective has come from elect, means to choose. Here it is one or many, but that is not told. It's not known, but it is not told specifically, not pointed at, not particular. So anybody can apply for this job. So which means, so anybody can apply, or anything is possible, or you can go anywhere. So all these are called as elective indefinite pronouns. Lastly, something called as negative. When we use no, nobody, no one, nowhere, nothing, these are called as negative indefinite pronouns. Remember, these are negative indefinite pronouns, but this you can use this in positive sentences. I'll get back to that later. So, but we must know there are four. One is universal, which means every. There is second called as assertive, which is some, and there is third one called as elective, which is any, and fourth one called negative, that is no. One of the major mistakes that we commit while using indefinite pronouns is the usage of auxiliary verb or the helping verb, because we find it difficult to understand whether these indefinite pronouns are singulars or plurals. When we say everyone, it simply means all. We generally think when it is all, when there are so many people or so many things or so many places, we understand that as many, which means plural, but in reality it is considered singular, considered as singular. So it's not everyone are, it is everyone is. I have seen many people saying everyone are. Everyone are ready, they are waiting. So they are just waiting for you. It's not everyone are, it's everyone is. Same thing goes with all the other indefinite pronouns. It is anybody is capable of doing this. Somebody has to come here and pick up the trophy, or nobody is available at this moment. So whether you are using it with places, with people, or with things, all these indefinite pronouns are considered as singular. So you must be careful in using the auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. One more thing that you must know about usage of auxiliary verbs with these indefinite pronouns is when we use everyone, everything, everywhere, it is considered as singular in that sentence, but when we refer to them again, you can use plurals. For example, something like this: everyone is waiting in the meeting hall, they have come long back. Now if you look at these two sentences, everyone is waiting for you in the meeting hall, everyone is. So because everyone is a singular, so we have used is. But when it comes to the second sentence, we are using they have come long back. So here in the second sentence we are using they, which is the right way of using it. You cannot say everyone is waiting for you in the meeting hall, he has come long back. So in the second sentence you must use a plural pronoun, that is they. This is one thing that you must observe and follow. Only when we are using the indefinite pronouns, use is, was, has, does. But when it comes to the second sentence, switch to the plural form, that is they. So they have been waiting for you for a long time, and so on. One of the reasons why I named this video funny is just because the usage of the word everybody. This is one indefinite article, which is indefinite pronoun, which is written in a wrong way and which is pronounced in a wrong way. Everybody is a single word, which is an indefinite pronoun, but there is other one called every and body as two different words. But I've seen many people making mistakes by giving extra space between every and body. They obviously mean different. So that is when you say everybody has come, it simply means all the people have come, generally living people. But when you say everybody has come, giving a space between every and body, it simply means we generally use the word body for dead bodies. So everybody has come simply means that all the dead bodies have come. So there is a difference between using everybody and everybody with a space. But it's not compulsory that always everybody should come as one indefinite pronoun, as one word. Based on the usage, you must decide whether we have to call it as everybody and everybody, because when you're writing Newton's law of gravitation, universal law of gravitation, we generally say every body in the universe is attracted by every other body, which is directly proportional to the masses and which is indirectly proportional to distance and so on. In such cases, every and body, that specifically means that every thing, every heavenly body or anything on the world, in the universe is bound to attract each other with certain parameters. So in that sense, we can use every and body as two different words, which means a different thing. But everybody as an indefinite pronoun should be used together in a single word. Lastly, let's see how all these indefinite pronouns can be used with positive sentences and negative sentences. The first one is the universal one, which is every, everyone, everybody, everywhere, and everything. These universal indefinite pronouns can be used with positive sentences and negative sentences. Everyone can come and participate in this competition. Um, Everyone cannot do this. So, which simply means that it only some people can do it. It's not everyone's. I mean, everyone cannot come and do it. Secondly, when it comes to the assertive indefinite pronoun, that is something or somebody or somewhere or something, someone. So this also can be used with both positive and negative sentences. With positive sentences, we can say somebody can come and collect this trophy. Okay, so somebody is not telling the truth. So generally, if or somebody has not arrived yet. So we know that 26 people had to come and attend this seminar, but someone has not come. We don't know who that is, but when we count, there are only 25 people. Then we can just say, when we do not know who that missing one is, we can just say someone has to come. Someone has not come yet. So someone or something can be used both with positive and negative. Okay. Then when it comes to elective, anyone, then elective can be used with positive sentences. That is, uh, anyone can get success in their life. Anyone can get success in their life. That can be used here. But you cannot use this elective indefinite pronoun with negative sentences. uh, Anyone cannot do this. So anyone cannot do this is not appropriate way of explaining something. That you can say no one can do it. That's a better way of telling it. It conveys a negative meaning, but you cannot say anyone cannot do it is not the right way of saying it. Lastly, when it comes to negative indefinite pronouns, that is no one, nobody, nothing, and nowhere. So these negative indefinite pronouns can be used in a positive sentence. For example, nobody has arrived yet, or nobody is giving importance to this rule. So, does it sound like a negative sentence? No, it's not a negative sentence. It's a positive sentence with negative indefinite pronoun. So that's where I just wanted to clarify. This is a positive sentence. You call you call a sentence as negative sentence only when there is not after the after is or was or were or has or have, all these auxiliary verbs. If not comes, then we can consider it as a negative sentence. Okay, or when never is used in a sentence. For example, she is not attending the exam. They were not ready for the competition. He has not registered for this course, or she is never eligible to attend this, etc. So, but here when the negative indefinite pronouns is used and it is followed by is or can or will or whatever, without any not in the sentence, you cannot call it as a negative sentence. It's a positive sentence with negative indefinite pronoun. No one is capable of doing it is a positive sentence with negative indefinite pronoun. And can we use this negative indefinite pronoun in a negative sentence? No, it's not possible. That becomes double negative, which is not permitted, or which sounds very odd. Let me give you an example. Nobody cannot achieve this. Nobody cannot write this type of novel. It doesn't sound correct. So nobody is not coming to the office? No. It is something like no one is coming to office is enough. No one can achieve this, or no one can write like this author is correct. So no one or nobody or nowhere, this must be always used in a positive sentence. It cannot be used with a negative sentence like no one is again not, no one will again not. No, this cannot be used. This becomes double negative, and which is not an appropriate usage here. So to sum up, universal indefinite pronouns like everyone, everybody can be used with positive and negative sentences. Assertive indefinite articles can be used, indefinite pronouns can be used with positive and negative, that is somebody and something, somewhere, someone. And elective indefinite pronouns like anybody, anyone, anything, anywhere, that can be used only with positive but not with negative. When it comes to negative indefinite pronouns, that is nothing, nobody, no one, and nowhere, that can be used only with positive sentences. But when you try to use it with negative sentences, it becomes double negative, which doesn't make any sense, which is not the right way of using it. With this, I'm going to end this video, and I hope we have learned something new about indefinite pronouns. Uh, this is how they should be used. What cannot be used should be properly understood, and what can be used should also be known properly, so that we can use them appropriately in our daily language. Thanks.